I just got back from the Wind River Range in Wyoming. Spent some time with some of my best friends. This wasn't like an actual like work trip, like a YouTube video trip.
He told me he wasn't going to bring a camera. Guess what happened?
I brought a camera. So on that trip, I brought what I wanted to bring out of all my gear. It wasn't gear that I was like trying to test, or somebody sent me something, or like a sponsor wanted me to talk about something or whatever. This was specifically just, what do I want to bring? And I borrowed out to people. Can you say that? Can you say that?
I think so. Borrowed out.
I loaned out.
There you go.
I always get comments when I say that. You know, I'm gonna say it anyway. I borrowed out gear just so somebody gets mad at me. Two friends of mine, so they used some of the gear that I probably would have maybe wanted to use. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna walk through. I haven't even unpacked this. I got back at 4 o'clock this morning. Literally 4 o'clock in the morning.
He's really tired, folks.
A little tired. See, still got my tags here on my luggage. Transferred. I flew Southwest, if anybody's wondering. Southwest, check 2 bags for free. It's always nice. Okay, so this is what I brought. And people always ask me, how do you fly with backpacking gear? What I do is I take my entire backpacking backpack and I put it in just a bag like this. And I zip it up and I check it and I pray it shows up on the other end. What you cannot fly with though is bear spray and fuel. You can pretty much fly with everything else. So when you are going somewhere, just plan ahead and like order your fuel at an REI or somewhere. Get your bear spray planned out. So, you know, plan that into the portion of the trip that you're taking, because that will take time to do. And a lot of places are out of fuel right now and out of bear spray. So there's that. This is the bag I brought. This is the Big Agnes Stagecoach. It's an 85 liter pack. 85 liter luggage. It sounds big. It's really not. It barely fits my all my gear in here. It's good for me, but for somebody who may not backpack as much as I do, maybe you may have a little more bulky gear. You're probably gonna want like a big duffel bag. You don't need something this fancy. I just do it because I travel a lot. So let's take a look. Let's see what I did. I mean, I don't even remember what's in here. I really don't. I packed this thing when I was like barely had eyes open because I was so tired.
This is lack of sleep in motion, folks.
This is lack of sleep in motion. Okay, all right, here we go. Woo! I did take the dirty, this morning I did open this up quickly though and ripped out some dirty clothes and threw them in the wash because
I'm proud of you.
Nobody wants to see Dan's stanky skivvies. Know what I'm saying? And if you do, that's a different channel. That channel doesn't exist. It will never exist. These are the shoes I brought.
The new ones?
Yeah, well, they're now on trip 2. I took them to Maui, and then I took them, we did like 30 miles through the Wind River. If you're wondering what I did in the Wind River Range, I did the Cirque of the Towers. Awesome, amazing. There will not be a huge video on that, so sorry, that was for me and my eyes only. But this is the Ultra Timps. These are the Timp 4s. Awesome shoes, love these. I don't recommend shoes to people because everybody's feet are different, but these are the ones I use. I love the wide toe box. And I tighten them up really tight here around the ankle so that way my feet can move and I never get blisters, ever. I did bring a chair, brought the Helinox Chair Zero. This is the backpack I brought. This is the Hyperlight Mountain Gear Southwest. I think this is the 55 liter. So I put my chair on top of it like this and I just crank it down so that way when I'm hiking and I want to take a break or something like that, I just pop this off. I can set this out. We have lunch, that kind of thing. So it's actually really nice. Oh, I pulled out a pillow. I only took one of my Thermarest compressible pillows because it was like, ugh. But the reason I did it is because Outdoor Vitals on the last week I was in Wyoming. The week before that I was in Utah backpacking with Outdoor Vitals. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But they gave me like a travel pillow that I just used in replacement of this. I'm like, oh, I'll try it. It worked okay. Kind of wish I would have brought this, but I did bring trekking poles with me. These are the Gossamer Gear LT5s, fantastic trekking poles. This is coffee creamer, powdered coffee creamer. Oh, look out. It's a lot of coffee creamer.
Yes.
I didn't bring it.
What?
I know. I didn't bring it. It was too heavy. Oh, and then also I do travel with this as well. If anybody's interested in knowing this, I put air tags in my luggage. And the reason I do that is because they lose luggage. They do. And this actually helped us yesterday because one of the guys that came with us, his luggage got lost, and it actually, me knowing where mine was, helped him find his, anyway, in a weird way. So, but I use air tags in all of my luggage, and I just put them in there, and that's where it lives. And if they say, well, we can't find your luggage, I say, well, I can find the luggage. We did have to carry bear spray out there. We were in bear territory. There were grizzlies and there were black bear. So I did keep bear spray holstered right here, which you cannot travel with. So we had to get rid of the bear spray. We gave it away to other people that were coming onto the trail as we were getting off. On this shoulder strap, I always take the Garmin InReach Mini. This is the Garmin InReach Mini 2. Peace of mind, fantastic. SOS button for calling out, you know, for help if you need it, that kind of thing. And it's just really peace of mind for like mainly texting my family and that kind of thing when there's no cell service. And then to carry my camera, I said I wasn't gonna bring a camera, but I couldn't resist. I didn't really film videos. It was more for like personal use, but I kept it in this Hyperlight mountain gear. This is like their camera pod or camera bag or something, whatever they call it. And that just connects with these little carabiners here right on your sternum strap. All right, so we got the Black Diamond. This is the Spot R. This is the rechargeable headlamp, great headlamp. This is a buff that I tied at one end, and I can show you why I tied this a little bit later. So we'll leave this off to the side. And then I did bring a bug net. This is the Sea to Summit Insect Shield bug net. This has built-in permethrin, built-in, like they use hammers and nails. It's got the insect shield, which is like permethrin already on here. It's good for like 45 uses. I don't know, whatever. I didn't even need the head net, so this stayed here. We were told it was gonna be really buggy. It really wasn't as bad as it was for other people just a few days earlier. Other hip belt pouch, let's see, is empty because I had nothing but snacks in there. So that was it. What did I have for snacks? I don't know. It was like
Spam.
Yeah, Spam, exactly. Okay, outside of the pack over here, I just had water bottles in these side pouches here. And then I kept trekking poles in them if I didn't hike with trekking poles, but I pretty much hiked with trekking poles the whole time. All right, what do we got here? Oh, here we go, my poop kit. Who wants to see my poop kit? Anybody? I'm gonna show it to you anyway. Okay, funny story about my poop kit. I totally forgot to restock it before this trip.
Oh no.
And I was like, I refused to borrow. Nobody borrows toilet paper.
No.
But I refused to get toilet paper from people. I literally was out, we were out there for 5 days. There's how much toilet paper I had left. So,
That's cutting it close.
That is cutting it close. And I needed, this bag I've used probably on, like, this is not a joke, I probably used this Ziploc bag in like 30 trips. It's time to replace the bag too. Trowel, I love this trowel. It's a little heavy, but I love it because it's, I can dig cat holes really easy. I don't have to worry about like some foo-foo, wait, hold on. Foo-foo trowel, like the deuce of spades. Oh, I hate that trowel. It's too tiny, hurts my hand.
That one's serious.
This is a serious trowel. This is maybe 3 or 4 ounces.
What's that one called?
I don't know. It's just a trowel by Sea to Summit. But I love it because I can actually dig a real cat hole in a emergency situation. You try to dig a emergency situation cat hole with the deuce trowel, not happening. Okay, and then I also keep hand sanitizer in a separate plastic bag because these can blow up on the airplane. You know, air pressure.
Ooh,
so
I gotta start doing that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's my poop kit. That's what goes in there. My medical kit, Adventure Medical Kit 0.5, the Life Straw water filter. This thing did great. I really liked it a lot. It's a good water filter. More on that in future videos. The ground cloth I used was just a piece of Tyvek, and we were anticipating lots of different weather changes because it was predicting like scattered storms. And if you've ever hiked in the mountains, predicting weather is very difficult. So whenever I hike in like high alpine environments, I always bring a rain jacket and rain pants. And these are just so useful. I know a lot of guys don't hike with rain pants, but I do. So rain pants are great because, well, they are waterproof, but then these rain pants are awesome because these are, I don't even know if these are still made anymore, but these are made by Marmot. These are only 3 ounces for the rain pants. And then I've got this rain jacket that's only 3 ounces made by Rab. Together, it's 6 ounces. So that's lighter weight than most.
I feel.
Like crazy.
It's pretty lightweight, folks.
That's pretty lightweight. But these are, the thing about rain pants and rain jackets is that they live in your backpack probably 90% of the time, 95% of the time. So I tend to think of weight first on these, and these kept me dry. So it did rain and hailed quite a bit, which I do have a little bit of footage actually of. All right, and then camp sandals. We wanted camp sandals, so or camp shoes. I went out and got these. These are Xero, Xero sandals. These were super comfortable, and they were really nice to have around camp because we did some water crossings and things like that where my feet got wet. So these were nice.
Do you know how much those weigh?
I want to say together, all in, they're like 12 ounces. So that's actually not bad for something like this. But yeah, I like these a lot. First time I've ever used them. So, all right, that's what lived on the outside of my backpack. Let's bust open and see what is on the inside of the backpack. Again, I literally packed this up like at the hotel just to get back on the airplane, so it may not even be packed correctly. Okay. On top, my ditty bag. Just all my ditties. Should I dump this out? Do you think anybody cares? Do you care? Wow. Now you're gonna care because I said that.
Let's dump it.
I can already feel it. So let's just see what's in here. Oh man, I hope it's not embarrassing. All right. What do we got? Yep, that's everything. Yep, that's everything. Okay. Big old battery bank. Honestly, I just took this battery bank because I knew I was bringing a camera, and this is the battery bank I bring on all my trips because Emmett and I film, and I don't know, I just grabbed this one. It's a little heavy, obviously, but I brought this. Flextail Gear Tiny Pump X for filling up my my sleeping pad, and then also having like a little light inside of the tent. This is really, really nice. Toothpaste. Z-Packs toothbrush. All right, this is a little repair kit for the sleeping pad that I brought. Extra battery and SD card for the camera that I took. And then, yes, I take medication for elevation sickness because elevation does affect me. So this comes with me on every single trip. I start taking this the day before I go, and this has been a game changer for me. So thank you, Dr. Larder. What else we got in here? Oh, my tent. The tent of choice on this trip was the Xmid one-person tent by Durston Gear. So the Durston Xmid 1. Awesome trekking pole tent. Loved using this. Again, this is not like me testing gear. This wasn't me like trying to impress anybody. I wanted to take this, so I took it. Okay, jacket I took was the Mountain Hardwear. This is the Ghost Whisperer UL. It's a super, super lightweight jacket. Look out. Made of, it's got 1,000 fill down in it. Pretty expensive. You can find better or cheaper jackets that'll do just as good, but I already own it, so I took it with me. All right, so let me show you why I tied the buff in a knot on one end. So I took my buff and I just stuffed my jacket in here like this. And I actually have another one in here that I brought because we didn't know how cold it was really gonna be because, like I said, it's just unpredictable. Yeah, I also brought the, oh, here's that Outdoor Vitals pillow that I took. This is just their travel pillow. That was kind of nice. But I also took this, this is their Ventus hoodie. I took that and my Mountain Hardwear jacket and I turned it into a second pillow.
There you go.
Huh? My pillowcase. I know what you're thinking, Dan.
You call me the sleep diva.
I am a sleep diva. Yeah, but you're...
I'm worse. I'm 100 times worse.
You're like, I don't know, you're at another level. This guy needs to bring like a water bed out there or something. Here's the other pillow that I brought. This is a new pillow by Thermarest. This is their, I think it's their replacement to the compressible pillow. This is their Thermarest cinch pillow, and it just rolls up and cinches. But then when you're using it, this just folds back like this, and then once it's lofted up, because it just takes a few minutes to get all the inside lofted up, you can adjust the firmness by pulling on this drawstring like this. Now you've got a much firmer pillow. That's pretty cool. That actually came in handy to make things a little more comfortable out there. The sleeping pad I took, this is the Big Agnes Rapide SL. It's the 25 by 78. It's a 4.2 R value pad. Super comfortable. This is my new favorite pad ever. So good. And then I brought, as a sleep quilt, I brought a quilt on this trip. Is the Outdoor Vitals 15 degree quilt. And I just keep the pad straps like they live on it. I don't even take them off, so then I always know where they're at. And then the pack liner I took is just a Hyperlite Mountain Gear pack liner. So overkill. You do not need this, but I have one. That's the only reason I took it, because it just fits nicely inside the bag. This bag is not waterproof. As a matter of fact, when it rained, somehow water got in it again. So Hyperlite, figure that one out. Oh, cook kit. Cook kit, sheesh. I'm sorry. The cook kit I took is the Toaks 750. I took the case, because I like to use this as a little pot handle sometimes if I need it. There's the Toaks 750 milliliter titanium pot. Comes with a nice lid. The stove I took was the Soto Amicus. Great stove. So there's that for a cook kit. As far as the spoon I took, because I couldn't find my good spoon, I took this. It's a little dirty. This is just a Gossamer Gear bamboo spoon. I do not recommend this spoon. It's nice because it's long, but it's like wood, and so if you eat anything like cheesy, you are 100% scraping cheese off for like the next 30 minutes. It's so nasty. Okay. And then meals. For dinners, Pinnacle Foods all the way. I gave these Pinnacle Food bags, I gave these Pinnacle Food meals to all of my friends that went. Each of them got 5 of these. They loved them. Like, in all seriousness, they thought this was like the best food, backcountry food they've ever eaten. So, total win for Pinnacle Food. Link in the description for these guys. Oh, and then I also bring multiple, I probably bring like 7 or 8 gallon Ziploc bags for all kinds of stuff, for garbage and making sure, like, you know, if I have a camera lens or something and I don't want it to get wet, that kind of thing. And so these are always super handy to have. And that's it. That's literally everything that I brought on this trip. So you got to see what I bring when I'm not testing gear, when I do not test gear any longer, and I just want to bring the stuff that I want to bring. This is what I chose to bring. So I don't know, is this what you would have chosen to bring? So if it helps you guys out, put it in the comments below, let me know, and we'll see you on the next one.